Caution, falling rocks, no stopping. Wait for it. I feel safe. Good morning. Normally, if you come to Taroko Gorge, you would be fighting tons of people to have your photo taken in front of the entrance gate, which is right behind us. Let's show you our competition. Spin. There's nobody here. Keep spinning. Keep spinning. Keep spinning. This is what happens when you wake up at 5 a.m. to get here shortly after 6 a.m. in the morning.
Look at that.
Blissfully people-free, traffic-free. It is just us. And we are ready to hit the trails. It's a beautiful morning. The day is looking up. Let's head to Shakadang Trail. Shakadang. Let's head to the trail whose name I cannot say. This is also what happens when Tales from Our Pocket hasn't slept. Good morning. All right, let's go. Before we get to Shakadang Trail, which we still don't know how to say, we are at the entrance to this trail, which I definitely cannot pronounce. And inside the tunnel was somebody with an amazing voice enjoying acoustics without any people or vehicles around. It was beautiful. Now we're headed to this trail.
Should we be concerned that there's this really heavy duty looking cable here? It looks like you can connect yourself to. I mean, what do you need that for in addition to a perfectly good fence?
This trail is a little bit more natural than we expected. It's a good way to start though. Did you know that this trail went up so much?
I didn't know.
We really need to research some of these better before we do them. Then we rounded a corner and here we go. A little bit easier on the ankles. I swear I can hear somebody else singing in the tunnel by themselves.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if it's the same person. Is this a thing? Do people come here and sing in the tunnels when no one else is around? Let us know, because now we're curious. The acoustics were fantastic and the guy had an amazing voice. Maybe this is something people do, I don't know.
He's a fantastic tenor.
It is almost always worth it to climb for a view, especially this view. It's beautiful up here, even if it is before 7 a.m.
Those are just birds, right?
5 bats just flew out of this tunnel. Like, it's not that big of a tunnel. They pretty much went just over our heads. We nearly became vampires. And I'm just kidding, that's not a thing.
Sorry.
I'm totally joking.
All these trails are just hanging on the cliff. It seems a little bit precarious, and also these must have been extremely expensive to build and probably to maintain as well. But they're very nice trails.
There is a fork in the road. You can take the adventure plank, which is narrow and rocking, or you can take the 7th plank, which is recommended. I don't know what either of those things are, but we're usually up for an adventure. So adventure it is.
Adventure.
I wanted to film Bill because I saw ahead of time what this was, and he did not.
This looks fun.
God.
A suspension bridge. It's kind of a rope up the middle.
Maybe we'll try both of them and have him go across the adventure one and I'll go back and take the other one, the recommended route.
Feel stable?
It seems sturdy. Maybe it gets worse when you go further out. It looks precarious, but it feels sturdy at the edge. At the edge. Oh God.
Don't drop the GoPro.
What about me?
I'm not worried about you.
Thanks. Oh God. Okay, it bounces more. It's bouncing. It's really bouncing. Notice who's going first on this. It's not super high off the ground, so it's okay if you're afraid of heights, but it definitely moves up and down. Okay, this is fine. You know what? Here's a pro tip. If you're doing things like this with your partner, make them go first because they get to be the ones to walk through the cobwebs. We're all about the life lessons here at Tales from Our Pocket.
It also sways a bit. That was fun.
Choose adventure.
So this bathroom's at the start, but once you get going, you're out of luck.
It's around 7:30 in the morning, and this is how many cars are in the parking lot. It's not too bad. Still spaces available.
That trail right there, that's where we're headed.
Killer bees? No sooner did we start out walking on the trail, but two vehicles passed us. There's a sign right at the beginning that you're sharing this trail with people from the local villages. This is how they get back and forth from their village. Caution, falling rocks, no stopping. Wait for it. Wait for it. We want to know, how do you not stop when you see water that color?
So the river color went from this to that. I'm not enhancing that in any way.
You have to stop. Look at the rocks on the other side and how pretty they are. You have to stop. You have to. It's so pretty. All these signs about rock falls say, don't linger, but I want to linger. I need to eat breakfast. I'm hungry. Found a place where we can linger and have some breakfast. Last night at the night market, we found an amazing looking bakery stall. We are staying in the nearby city of XinCheng. And as luck would have it, they have a night market one night a week. Today, if you can't tell, is the day. So we are here to try some of the food from the stalls because we are hungry.
Where are you from?
United States.
Wow, good.
We have been trying for way too long to get rid of the pulsy lights. Sorry, there's nothing we can do, and I really want to dig into this. So, this is a Chinese burrito. The sign says it's a local favorite, and one of the gentlemen who was eating it said it's really good. So, we're gonna find out. It has all sorts of goodies and it's room temperature. Let's see what it tastes like. Oh, wow. What? The outside is the thinnest piece of dough. You can almost but not quite see through it. It also is really sweet. You can order this in a number of flavors. We got the garlic flavor to start with. One of the options was sugarless, so I'm guessing there's some sugar in here. There's also some pork and some bean sprouts and I think some eggs and some cabbage. The whole thing is like this delicious room temperature salad. It doesn't matter what temperature it is because it's delicious. It's really, really good. Bill said we should order two so he could have one that's spicy. It doesn't happen often, but he was right on this. It's really good.
I was right. No question, we're getting another one of these.
Did you see the giant bite he took to say that I was right? Another one. That is my burrito he's eating. I can't have his because it'll be spicy.
You see that behind me? That's actually a line at the same booth we just bought that burrito from. We should charge for our services, don't you think?
In truth, it's probably just a local favorite, just like the sign says.
So here's the second one. This is called local flavor. We had to go back for a second one. The first one was so good.
Plus I ate all of the first one.
This one is even more sweet, if you can believe that. Heather can't believe that. It's got sesame seeds in it, and I think that's the main change in the flavor. It's just sweeter, and then with sesame seeds, it's very good.
No wasabi?
If there's wasabi in it, I haven't gotten to it yet.
Those Chinese burritos were more filling than we expected, so we are moving on to dessert. When we were up at Sun Moon Lake, I had something that we did not film, and they happen to have it here, so I'm going to try it again and see if it's as good as Sun Moon Lake. And that is a donut made from millet. It's well documented. I cannot pass up a donut. Oh my god, what the hell? Multiple donuts are being consumed in today's video. I present to you a millet donut. All right, let's see if it's as good as Sun Moon Lake. It's warm. Like, it tastes like it came out of the fryer maybe a minute or two before we ordered it. It's still hot in my hand. And the millet gives it a very different texture than the donuts that we have in the United States. This is much chewier, but crispy on the outside. It's absolutely delicious. And I wish that I was able to find these at home. I absolutely love it. It's not quite as good as Sun Moon Lake, but it is darn close. Very surprised to find this here. I'm delighted. This might be what you've done.
Tons of people love the night markets, but so do the dogs. They are able to pick up all kinds of food scraps. What we're going to try next is what the really nice guy at the booth called the second boyfriend egg cake. So I guess we're cheating on someone by having this.
Or it's just a second boyfriend, not the first. First didn't work out.
Hopefully this works better. So we got the flavor toffee, caramel, pearl. Here goes. Okay, that is fantastic. This is basically an American pancake inside out.
What?
Yep. Or just a really thick one, depending on how you look at it. It's super soft in the inside with some sweet pearl. I think that's what you call it, or boba?
Boba pearls?
Boba pearls. So that makes the inside sweet and the outside crispy. Just kind of fun.
Well, I have to admit, I did not expect to find things here that we've not seen in any other night market. Last night at the night market, we found an amazing looking bakery stall. We wanted something that looked a little bit more hearty, so we asked for peanut flavored.
Thank you. Thank you.
And they had some.
We'll see what we've won.
One of us couldn't wait.
Pretty hungry.
So,
it's not the first time this has happened, Belgian fries. I'm looking at you. She snuck one before I was ready with the camera.
Mine has a bit of what looks like peanut butter sort of squeegeing out the side, and I'm really curious to try. Is it good, Bill?
It's pretty good. We won't repeat the really bad word that Heather said earlier when she realized I'd taken a bite.
The peanut filling is like a sweet peanut filling, which is delicious for breakfast. It's so good. Big fan, really hungry. We're just gonna chow down. I mean, one of us already has been chowing down. This is where we were able to safely have breakfast. without fear of rocks. Says it's 1 kilometer back to the beginning, so that means we have 3.1 more to go to the end. Just a trail update. It is 8:45 and we are being joined now by some people, not a ton of people, and no tour groups yet. So this is still a great time to come here if you're considering Shakadang Trail.
Our understanding is that the Japanese originally developed this trail system in order to harness the power of the river and turn it into electricity. And so occasionally you see remnants of that, like this pipe above our heads. We don't think it's in use any longer. It also looks pretty rusty.
A sign saying that we were at kilometer number 3. I think the end of the trail is 4.1 kilometers, so 1 more to go. More than anything along this trail, I have to say I am absolutely amazed by the sheer variety and colors and sizes of the butterflies that we're seeing. We'll just be walking along and almost everywhere they're flitting about, going about their butterfly business, and they're absolutely beautiful. I've never seen this many butterflies on one trail before. I know I'm supposed to be admiring the view, but I think the butterflies are my favorite thing about this trail. We are almost to the end of the 4.1 kilometers, just a little bit further to go. It's so peaceful. We really aren't running into that many people, and we're all along the river, and the sound of the insects. Actually, just listen for yourself.
That waterfall is really pretty, but it is in fact man-made. As we were following the maps all the way out on the trail, it was mentioned at the end of the trail that there's a 3D cabin. What is a 3D cabin, you might ask? Well, we have no idea because we're not able to go on the trail to go look at it because it
says no entry.
It says no entry. So I just thought that was odd.
So we're not able to go that way, we're not able to go this way. It's only back the way we came. Curious how long it'll take without filming. I'm gonna time us. All right.
Okay.
Let's go. The tour groups have arrived. The time is 10:45. We are back at the visitor center. We walked pretty much directly here at a pretty brisk pace, and it took us an hour and a half. In case you're wondering how much walking we've done so far today, between the 2 trails, the first one named this and Shakadang Trail, we have walked 8.2 miles and gone up 31 flights of stairs, and we are not done yet. However, we have earned an early lunch, so we are heading a little bit back into town to a place that looks like it has some great Taiwanese food. That's where we'll pick you up. See you there. We somehow think that we've been in Taiwan for 3 weeks and have not yet had braised pork. We had it for lunch 2 ways, one over rice and one over rice noodles, which sounds the same, but they're different. And they both look and smell amazing. Mine smells a little bit peanutty, which is unexpected. I am really curious to try this. This is a staple of Taiwanese cuisine. That is delicious. It is so hearty and the perfect thing after walking 8.2 miles and 31 flights of stairs. It's delicious. We ordered smalls because we weren't sure what size they were. We might have to go back and get more. All of this was only 105. which is amazing. We might have underordered. The rice noodles come with bean sprouts and green onions in them, so it's a little bit different than just the braised pork over rice. And it looks, again, and smells amazing. It's nice to be the product tester. I get to eat first. Except I can't get a little thing of noodles. Come on!
I thought the rule was the camera ate first.
It does. Okay, they're all connected. I did not get any pork. Oh my god, come here, pork. Oh my god, this is so hard to eat on camera. That was super graceful. These are really good as well. I like the addition of the green onions. It gives it just a little bit of sharpness that contrasts against the braised pork itself. Bill loves bean sprouts, so he's gonna be really happy with the rice noodle dish. Both of these are fantastic. I'm really glad that we had them today.
On our way to redemption, I forgot to mention that I have a strong urge and thirst for the word. Inside daydreams, I can see past the caravans, be caught inside an oyster, shimmering, glimmering, made waves in the sky. Stick my tongue out, draw a line in the sand just because I can. Ooh.
Okay, you can't see me, but trust me, a bus just parallel parked, and that's so damn impressive.
The color of this water is just incredible. Mission accomplished.
Swallow Grotto. There's a lot of people here. There was no sign saying we couldn't drive here. We figured out the parking situation. You drive all the way through the tunnel, and then at the end you're able to park. And now it's time to double hat up.
I'm ready. Are you ready?
I look like an equestrian. I kind of like it. We made it to Swallow Grotto.
We look and feel ridiculous, but apparently
I
there's
don't. Speak for yourself. I feel safe.
apparently there's so many rocks that fall from above. There's signs everywhere saying hurry up, move along. They just recommend wearing hard hats in this area, so we're gonna play it safe.
This is called Swallow Grotto because there used to be a bunch of swallows that lived here. There don't seem to be any right now. I've actually read that they've moved on because there's so much traffic through here now that they wanted somewhere more peaceful for their house, I guess. The birds live in the side of the mountain, and these holes that have been carved out over time by water. And so they didn't even have to work to make their little home. They just moved in, and then one day, I guess, most of them moved out. We don't see or hear any of them, but it still is beautiful. There's a river down below, and the color of it is sort of that aqua color that we've been seeing all day. It's beautiful. And some bridges that are telling us that we clearly have a lot more of the park to explore and don't have enough time here. But at least we have time for Swallow Grotto. swallow update. We have now heard them quite a bit way above us, and it sounds like there's a lot of them, and we see them occasionally swooping above us, but trying to capture one on film is sort of like trying to capture a whale on your camera when you're in Hawaii. You kind of need to point it in the right direction and hope one flies through it. Well, whales don't fly. They would float through it, but you know what I mean. And yes, there are very many tours here. Many, many, many tours. Like, so many tours. It's raining out a little bit. Maybe that'll chase the tour buses away. At least I have a hat on.
Fat chance. How's the driving, you might ask? Well, for the most part, it's not that different than driving in Europe or the United States. But driving here around Taroko, you gotta be worried about buses and scooters, and the road's very narrow. I wouldn't want to be riding a scooter up here unless you're really experienced on a motorcycle, and definitely not an electric scooter because there's some really steep roads here. Other than that,
The car's fine.
the car's fine, it's super easy. It wasn't even a manual transmission, which I found a little disappointing, but anyway, you don't even have to know how to drive manual.
Where's your hard hat? Okay, could you do this all again with your hard hat?
Are you kidding?
You know, I sort of think that we did today wrong. I think we should have started here at Swallow Grotto before the bus tours started rolling in. We would have had the place to ourselves, and then we could have gone back to the trail that we did this morning, actually both trails that we did this morning. So if you are coming here and you're getting a very early start like we did, I think that's what we'd recommend.
And the Swallow Grotto, it's very quick actually. You just sort of walk in and walk out, take some pictures, and you're done. And so you can do that quick and then get onto the other trail and probably still have no people there as well.
So that's what we recommend if you come here at the crack of dawn like we did. There are some cliffs that we've heard are amazing in the morning at sunrise. So once again, we are gonna haul our tired, weary butts out of bed to not catch the sunrise, but get there shortly after sunrise, and hopefully the light is amazing tomorrow morning. So don't go anywhere. I think it's gonna be beautiful. I mean, we're going somewhere. We have some hard hats to return, and we gotta get back to our guest house so we can relax before dinner. Oops, forgot that. And the helmet hair was worth it.
Ni hao.
Good morning. This is what 6 a.m. looks like again. We are up again at the crack of dawn, heading out to Qingshui Cliff. It looks like a beautiful morning today. The sky is absolutely clear, it's a little bit cool, and we already saw a monkey. We just stopped here to take a couple photographs, and now we are heading up to see the cliffs. I'm so excited, and Bill might be able to fly his drone, which is amazing because we've not been able to do that in this area.
Yep, looking forward to it.
All right, let's go. I sound like you. Oh, this is what happens when I don't have coffee. Here we go. Well, it was just a short drive out of town and a short little walk to a beautiful lookout point. We can see down the coast. The morning is a great time to come before the clouds roll in and the sun is sort of glinting off of the cliffs, and we can see some kayakers out. It's absolutely beautiful. It would only be better if I had stopped for a cup of coffee to enjoy overlooking this amazing view. killer bee? We've arrived at the second lookout at the cliffs. This one has more cars in the parking lot, more people. Maybe that means the view is even better than the first one that we went to, which was pretty amazing and kind of hard to beat. These cliffs that are north of XinCheng are a frequent stop on day tours that visit the Taroko Gorge. I can see why the tours would stop here. That was me laughing. The drone just flew overhead. The views here are beautiful. The water is so incredibly blue. I don't think I've seen water this blue in an ocean outside of the Caribbean area, and it's absolutely stunning. I'm so glad that we got up early in order to come up here and experience this, just like the day tours, except we did it ourselves. 10 miles is a really long ways to walk, plus 38 flights of stairs. If you appreciate what we did in Taroko Gorge in just one day, hit that like button below.
We can't think of a better way with a more scenic view to end this video, so thanks very much for watching.
See you next time. Bye.
Bye.